Thanks for joining us. This is Wake Up and Live with the Arts. I'm Sue Johnson, and I am honored to be sitting next to a very important person in the theater, known as Terrence Spivey, Artistic Director of KAA Theater, which is in its 100th year. You're going to hear a lot about it. You've been hearing a lot about it. And Terrence and I are going to talk about his contribution to not only the centennial, but our final performance of the year, which everybody is going to want to see. And we're going to ease on down the road.
Oh, let me shut up.
Yeah, me too. So we're going to do the whiz.
Yes.
And tell us about that.
Yes, I'm very excited about closing, the season with the whiz, because it's a dear heart to me in terms of the celebration of the 100th. And it's like an ode to Gilbert Moses, the KAA alum.
Gilbert loved to
Moses.
sit behind me. I touched the microphone, Lester's not sit behind me in chemistry and poke me. That's what he did. Okay. Yes, he did.
Yes.
We lost him way too early.
Yes, exactly. Now, we were just talking about Bill Duke earlier.
Yeah.
And Bill Duke was a very good friend of his. His sister, Gilbert Moses' sister, I guess she's still in Chicago.
Okay, I didn't know her.
She sent a copy of the funeral program.
Okay.
And they have Bill Duke on there, and Peaches and Herb.
Yeah, okay.
Who was there at the funeral, very good friends with Gilbert Moses.
Gilbert, yeah.
So it was more of a salute to him, the play, and because throughout the season, every play has been an ode to the KAA alum, because he was the original director for the Wiz before it hit Broadway.
Okay. And see, I didn't know that part. Yeah.
So that was the reason why I decided to, to do the piece. And of course, he was married to Denise Nicholas
for a while there. Yes.
And Dee Dee Bridgewater.
That one I remember too.
Yes.
Now,
who played Glinda? She played Glinda in the production.
Dee Dee? No.
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so. No.
No. Or did she come around? I don't know.
No, but they met working on the show, The Wiz, when it was workshop touring and everything.
You got it.
And his daughter, China Moses, is doing well. She's in Paris with her mother. She's a wonderful singer. And his other daughter is like a producer in New LA. Yeah, so.
Well, I lost touch with Gil, when we all went off to college, same time, different directions. So I kind of lost his whereabouts then until he turned up in Mississippi. And my girlfriend, Jeannie Love, many of you KAA alums will remember Jeannie Love, and she's Jeannie Love Tufoa now. She was one of the dancers here way back when. So I got to meet a lot of KAA folks and hang out with folks when Jeannie was very busy dancing and in performances and productions. So like I said, I kind of lost touch with Gil after we all graduated and went off in different directions. But I followed him in his career,
And it was quite fitting, the fact of, Project One Voice with the play Home, about coming back home.
Yes.
And Dale Shields and Eric, the founder of Project One Voice, I mean, the way they looked at it, it was quite fitting to have it at KAA about home.
Isn't that exciting?
And also the fact of the home, the classic song in The Wiz.
Yes, it is.
I mean, just it's so fitting to, and it ends the play.
Yes.
The Wiz with that.
Do we have ruby red slippers?
I think it's silver.
Silver?
Yes, it's silver.
I found out that according to the movie version or the early stage versions, something about there really were silver slippers.
Yes, that's right.
Somehow got converted.
Yes, and we're going to the original.
Okay.
Yes, the piece we're playing with different decades, even though we're still sticking to that funk soul.
Yes.
But we're playing with different decades where Dorothy travels through time.
Oh, okay.
And from that 30s look to you see other elements of the disco era.
Yes.
To up to date. And the Tin Man, we work really. I mean, Harold Crawford is the costumer for the show.
Yeah, Hal Crawford. Yes.
And my daughter Malika, she's assisting as a dresser.
Okay.
And he has a wardrobe. It's one of the shows we have a lot of people behind the scenes helping out.
Question, offhand, just out of curiosity. Do you know how many costume changes you have approximately?
Oh my God, I don't know.
If we got around 50 in the cast.
50 in the cast.
And each one even had 2.
3 or 4, that's, 3 or 4.
Even 2, that would be over 100 changes.
We saw at least 150, I would say, close to 200 changes.
Wow. Yeah. And speaking of the cast, who the heck is Dorothy? And And I touch the microphone again. And of course, I need courage.
Yes,
I want to be the lion, the courage.
Yes, Dorothy is Lauren Hobbs.
Okay.
She's a graduate. Well, she's not a graduate. She's 16 years old from Shaker Heights High.
Okay.
A sensational triple threat. The Tin Man is played by James Washington Sr., alternating with Anthony Lanier, or Anthony Lanier. I should put it, you know.
Oh, yes, Lanier. Yes.
And the Scarecrow is a gentleman named Ernest Johnson. He's from Akron.
Okay.
And Akron Firestone,
yes.
Firestone School of Performing Arts. And we have the Lion, Nathan Lilly.
I know him.
Yes. And he works at the Cleveland Playhouse as well. And he's directed a couple of shows for us from my hometown. He was also in Crowns.
That's it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And
do you have the witches? Do you have Eveline?
Eveline, yes. Christina Johnson, who played Sophia in Color Purple.
Oh my.
Yes. And Glenda is being played by Jacqueline. Jacqueline's gonna kill me. Jacqueline.
I can't help you out either.
Lockett.
Lockett.
Yes.
Okay. You got it.
Jacqueline Lockett. He's just getting the list of people.
Sure.
The names are going through my head, you know. And the Wiz, Devon Settles.
Oh no.
Yeah, Devon Settles.
Oh no. Wait till I tell Heidi, my daughter.
Yes, Devon Settles. He is quite a wizard.
I can imagine. It's good to see him back. I hadn't seen him in theater for a while.
Yes. He's back. He was in Romeo and Juliet, an African love story. Michael Oman directed for our first Classics in the Lot.
Well, speaking of which,
Leap of Faith, he was also.
You might as well go ahead and mention, because it's going to be on the calendar soon, our summer production.
Yes, Classics in the Lot is Julius Caesar set in Africa, written by a friend of mine, Rome Neal, who lives in New York. He's the artistic director of the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Okay. And I saw the piece. It's the 25th. Actually, it'll be the 25th anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah, and I saw it when I was there at the Nuyorican, and it was in a small space. But I said, wow, this is quite an interesting piece here, and I decided to call him up. You know, we see each other a lot at the National Black Theater Festival. Yes. And I say, you know, in the Delco, I see him there a lot. I say, you know, Rome, I want to put your piece up because it's good timing. Because we have this, you know, this new program called Classics in the Lot. And he said, go ahead, be my guest, and he sent me the script. Okay, and then the Classics in the Lot is in July this year? This is August 1st to August 16th. Yeah. Saturdays and Sundays only. There are 2 performances on Saturday and 1 performance on a matinee Sunday. So keep your eyes keep your eyes open for the summer classics, and it's a wonderful production. It's Shakespeare outside. Yes. And here again, I've been saying the Karamu website a lot, but go to www.karamuhouse.org to get information as it becomes available for the performance dates. And certainly for the Wiz, you've got to check the website out and be able to call the office at 216-795-7070 and extension 222. So tell us about the Wiz opens when and previews. Yes, June 29th and preview June 26th. May. May. Sorry about that. May. Yeah, my mind is like, thank you very much. And he's in the middle of this going to be edited out or something like a blooper. No, we keep going. One take wonders. But point being, this shows he is so busy that he ran up from rehearsal for us to chat for a few minutes so that you could find out about what the Wiz is all about. Yes. So yes, May 26th preview, May 29th it opens, and it closes June 21st. Okay. And you can and tickets will be going rapidly because the Wiz is so popular. And don't waste a lot of time calling. Here I go again, calling the office, 216-795-7070, extension 222, or go to the website, www.karamuhouse.org, and get your tickets, because there are a lot of tickets associated with the weekend of June 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, exactly. So with the centennial, and this isn't a secret, is it? The Wiz is going to be at the Centennial Gala. Was that a secret? Well, that's an excerpt there. We're doing an excerpt from that. Okay, but that's not a secret. But the other 2 pieces are surprises, though. Yes. Oh, okay. Well, I won't talk about those. But it's okay to talk about the Wiz, because we don't have to cut all that out, do we? No. Oh. See, we're very improvish. But yes, so that you'll want to come to the gala at the Art Museum on Saturday, June 13th,
because then you'll get to see an excerpt of the Wiz as part of the fantabulous evening's entertainment. Okay, so why did you choose the Wiz for your closing piece this year?
Well, like I said before, because of Gilbert Moses, and also well, also the fact that it has this thing about coming home and believing in yourself.
Yes,
and that's something I have speeches with the cast all the time about believing in yourself right from the start, believing in yourself. You know, that whole thing, and it's one of those pieces that, you know, when all the time you think you didn't have it, but it was always there.
Yes, right in your own backyard.
It was right there, and you just didn't know it.
And all you had to click your heels.
You click your heels, and it's there. And it's always someone gonna be there to even tell you to click your heels. If you can't do it yourself, they're gonna say, do it. You can click your heels and believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And believe in the fact of how Caramel has lasted for 100 years.
Through thick and thin.
For it to go this long, there's some people before even I got here to believe that Caramel was viable. It was vital.
And Caramel is continuing on beyond the Wiz, which is a blockbuster to close the season. And you've got some blockbusters planned for the 2016 season. Yes. Share with us, if you will, what that's going to be like.
Well, I don't know if I maybe next, I don't have the list right now. But
we open with...
Oh, with Dream Girls.
With Dream Girls. Yes, with Dream Girls. Yes.
Yeah, we open with Dream Girls, yes, in September. Yes.
So be on the lookout for that, and we'll have the whole season laid out pretty soon. But the season is ready. The season has been announced, and we'll start with Dream Girls, which is, as I just used the word blockbuster, it is another one that will get Caramel going in the fall.
That's right, yes.
Yeah, and I am so thrilled to sit here with you as the artistic director who, and I'm going to say it, and I don't care who doesn't like it, in many ways has single-handedly brought Caramel back into the national limelight with its theater performances, productions, artistically.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say, honey. I ain't gonna say no more. So you guys have a living legend here, and so to be directed by Terrence, to be in one of the productions that he is directing would add tremendously to your resume. And of course, if you travel around the country as you are an artist, particularly an actor, dancer, singer, people are going to respect that you have worked with him and the work that he has contributed to Caramel. Now we're up to our 11th year. 12th year.
I'm very humble and honored you mentioned that. I'm just about the work, you know.
Yes.
You know,
so I got that. Very unassuming. I got that.
You know,
and you put watching your slacks on one leg at a time.
Yeah, producing and watching others produce and come through here and go out there and do their thing, and they help to produce people. You know, I love this. I love to see that when they come through.
And one more thing that you should be apprised of: Terrence Spivey was the director. He created. I've helped a little bit. The Master Classes in the Arts series, where we are working on bringing Caramel alums back in as guest artists to lead some training in the craft that Caramel is familiar to and with. We started with Diane McIntyre, international choreographer and dancer. We just had Bill Cobbs. Who did a master acting class, and folks are still talking about that. So we're going to be developing that series and bring back more Caramel alums to do guest artist presentations. And why did you decide that having the master classes in the arts was significant to Caramel's progress?
I wanted to go back to what Caramel was known for back at the time, even though at the time it was free, because that was part of those were
ongoing
classes. You know, back in the day, it was like that sweat equity, because they did that. They didn't pay, but they also got a chance to go on stage
and perform for free.
And we need that too, because a lot of the schools, the arts are being cut from some of the schools, and they don't get a chance to really get into the arts, you know, the basic movement, basic voice and diction, those kind of things. So we have to get back to the basics of what Caramel was about in terms of the training ground.
And I keep saying, and I'm proud of it, I'm old school. I was brought up with the proper training in all the phases of the arts and what it takes. I mean, everything from how to comport yourself on the stage, how to interact with the director, the director's boss. What do you mean you're going to stand up and talk back to him and so forth and so on? These things were not in our lexicon, if you will.
That's right.
And I'm really old school. You arrive on time. On time. You have your book with your pen to do your notes. I mean, all kind of things. And I think with the work that I'm going to say that we're doing, I hope that I continue with you doing this, is get some of that old school craft training back, discipline. Because youngsters or folks that don't have that discipline don't realize when you go off to New York and those other places, you're expected to have all of this old school training and be a disciplined performer and know how to create a character and tell a story.
That's right.
You know.
It's true.
So that's what we hope our contribution will be, is our master classes in the arts. And so be on the lookout for that. One of the things you can do to find out more information about Wake Up and Live with the Arts is email wakeup4664@AOL.com. I won't have you email Terrence because he doesn't know what day of the week it is now anyway. Getting the whiz up and the centennial celebration, there's no point. So I will be the contact for now, okay? All right, listen, I know you've got to get back downstairs and wrangle your, what are we on, dancers or singers?
It's just dancers in rehearsal right now in music. I just finished running through Act 2. So.
Okay, and who's doing the music? Cheryl?
Ed Ridley.
Ed Ridley.
Ed Ridley. And Sabrina Gregory is the choreographer.
Oh, again, yes.
And Lauren Sturtevant, who's also an actress, she's my stage manager.
Okay, very good. Again, some names.
And Richard Morris, of course, back again as usual.
As set designer.
As the wizard of design, from lights to set to sound.
Yeah, so that's fantabulous. That's gorgeous. That's wonderful. I can't wait. So I know you can't wait for us to bring this to a close, and so I want to thank Terrence Spivey, Artistic Director of KAA, coming up on 12 years, and I'm so glad he carved out a few minutes for us to chat about the Wiz and I forgot TCG.
Oh, TCG.
Well, we can't close out just yet. Terrence has to tell us a little bit about the TCG, what that is and what it means to KAA and Cleveland.
Yes, TCG is an acronym, means in Theater Communications Group. It's been around for like over 50 years. It's based in New York, and TCG is like a huge national organization that advocates, and they provide access to funding for theaters, from community to professional to regional, Broadway, and they're also the publisher for the American Theater magazine, which I call it the Sports Illustrated of Theater.
Yes, the gospel, the Bible.
Yes, exactly. And they're coming here June 18th to June 20th. And it's almost like having a Republican or Democratic convention
in town
of theater, you know. And it's the first time they're coming to Cleveland after all the years they've been here, and all of the host theaters who've been TCG members
for a long time.
For a long time. Great Lakes, Cleveland Playhouse, they were the major hosts. Cleveland Public Theater. They were like the major host committee. And we climbed aboard and became, I'm on the host committee as well. And KAA is now a member of TCG.
And I'm going to put my foot in my mouth, and Terrence was instrumental in helping that happen, so that now KAA will be running with the big boys.
Yes, anytime you get the magazine, monthly, you see in the back the director from A to Z, states, cities, and anything that's going on play-wise, this is going to be in the booklet. And we get access to a lot of things going on for grants and stuff, grant money.
Okay, so the theater, TCG stands for
Theater Communications Group.
Yes, you're going to be hearing more about that and seeing more about that in action. Again, I repeat, Terrence, I know he's not doing it by himself, but there's a lot of wonderful, fantastic things going on that are helping to, I've used these words before, revive and rebuild KAA. I don't want to say to its former glory, because we're busy trying to move on to a new glory, but still we are a national historical institution, and we want the world to know it, okay? All right, now I shall say goodbye, finally, and hope I don't remember anything else that we didn't talk about. Okay, take care, we'll see you soon, and as we like to say, be sure to wake up and live with the arts every day.